Hello students, welcome back. We will continue our discussion on how to interact with AWS services, and in this demo, you will learn how to use AWS CLI to interact with AWS services. So let's get started. Let me open the terminal on my laptop. First of all, make sure you have already installed AWS CLI. You can check by typing AWS version on your terminal and it will give back the version of the AWS CLI. Second, you need to authenticate AWS CLI to access AWS services. And as we discussed, AWS CLI uses access keys for authentication. We will cover authentication and authorization in detail in the identity and access management topic. But for this demo, let's go to the AWS Management Console and create an access key. Here, click on Account, then Security Credentials. We are now in My Security Credentials. Expand Access Key, and here we can create new access keys. Access keys are critical because they are used to control authentication and authorization when using the CLI and the SDK to access the AWS account. Now, as a note, we will be creating access keys here. However, I am going to delete these keys immediately after this demo. You should also not use root user access keys on a day-to-day basis. This is not a good practice. Again, we will learn this in detail in the identity and access management topic. For now, let's click on Create New Access Key and then Show Access Key. Here we have both our access and secret access key. This is what we will be using to access our AWS resources through the CLI. Let's copy both the keys in a text file. You can download it as well by clicking Download and Allow. Now let's go back to AWS CLI and type in the terminal AWS configure. Now first enter the access key and then the secret access key. Now enter the default region name, and in this case, let's choose the AP South one. At last, we will choose the default output format. In this case, let's choose the JSON format. Once we have all of that in place, hit enter. We have successfully configured the AWS CLI. That means we should be able to use the AWS CLI to get information about the AWS resources. Let's quickly check it. We will run a command that will list the S3 buckets. Let's type AWS S3 list, and it will return a list of all of the different S3 buckets that I have created within this account. If you don't have any bucket, it will not return anything. So to quickly review what we have done in this lesson, we created access keys for our users with a caution that we don't generally want to create access keys for the root user. Still, we created it for this demo, but as long as you delete it, that should be fine. And finally, we accessed the S3 to verify that we could access the AWS resources. That's all for this video.